friends, how's it going? It's Rachel from Paper Ventures, and these are the photos that I'm scrapbooking today. So the first one is my husband with the tomatoes we picked from our garden, and the second one is the spaghetti we made with our homemade tomato sauce. I am doing a scrap lift challenge, so here is not a scrap lift challenge, a sketch challenge. So here's the sketch, just kind of showing you close-ups and all the details. It is from just like a Hip Kit weekly challenge. So for a week in the month of September. This video probably won't go up for a while, but yeah. So I'm just cutting the pictures with a little bit of a white border around it. And in the sketch, it did have 2 photos, so I thought I should do that. I don't usually use 2 photos, but I wanted to challenge myself and give it a shot and make it as close to the sketch as I could. So I noticed that the sketch had 2 longer strips of paper that went over both of the photos, or went under both of the photos. So I start with the one and just rip one of the sides, and then I'm taking this other paper and ripping it and putting it in the back of both of those photos. I'm using the Echo Park Summer Dreams collection. I got it for Christmas from my husband last year, so I'm just trying to use it up because I've had it for a while. I know it's not that long. Lots of people have stuff in their stash for years, but I just like to use up my stash because I know I get excited when the new things come, and I don't like to buy new things if I have like tons of stuff left. So I'm just kind of ripping up some papers and doing some layers, and now I'm going to get some fun foam and put it on the back of the photos so that it has some dimension. Otherwise, it would have been way too flat looking. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm just going to look for some tissue paper. At first, I thought it would be nice to have pink because it matches really well with the collection. But then when I put the photo down, I was like, whoa, this is way too bright. It was just too in your face, stood out way too much. So I went with white tissue paper and just one layer of it in the background just to highlight the photo a little bit more, but not like too much where it's like in your face like the pink one was. All right, so I'm going to put that away and just going to cut it off a little bit. There we go. And then I'm going to start adhering the layers together. And just put hints of pink behind the photo. The photos, actually. I put it on both photos. Just because there is a lot of pink in the collection, so I wanted to make sure that I took care of that within my layers. So I'm opening the sketch back up again, and I'm looking for some circle embellishments because there are a lot of circles in that, and I like circles, so I wanted to kind of highlight that. And at this point, I also realized there's a second paper layer behind it, so I choose this one to, just to balance it all out because it was used in the layers behind the photos, so I thought this would kind of tie it all together, but it's so subtle that you can't quite tell. And sadly, like popsicles and candy and stuff has nothing to do with the photo, but I don't really care, to be completely honest. Themes don't totally matter to me, so that doesn't really bother me that much. It might for other people, and that's okay. That's your style, but it doesn't matter to me. So now I'm working on that top cluster because I see there's a triangle there, but I didn't really have anything like a triangle, so I thought that little banner thing, but that wasn't working, and then I found this smaller one, and I like that a lot better. So that's instead of the triangle, I do that, and then I'm putting that different circles like that one I just did up on foam so that I can give it some dimension. And then if you saw earlier, I cut that little frame in half, and I'm just going to put it on each side of these photos. Now I'm looking for other circular elements, and I do find this balloon, but it wasn't quite working for me. It didn't really make sense or look good, and the shape was kind of off. And there was also, I think, something in that top right-hand corner, And so I just put that ticket there because I didn't really know what else. And of course, a Ferris wheel has nothing to do with this photo, but I didn't really care. I thought it looked just fine. It was that other circular element that I needed. I don't think people will be judging me and saying, why is there a Ferris wheel in a picture about tomato sauce? Or maybe they will, but I just don't really care. And so anyway, I'm putting other circular elements throughout that left-hand side because I just want it to look as close to the sketch as I can. Even though I know you don't have to, but to me it was important to try and follow along with it. There were also, it's kind of hard to tell, but there are a lot of stars in the sketch as well. So I'm just putting some throughout, just some wood veneer stars. And then the title is going to be fun. I know what the memories are by the photo, and if I want to, I can journal about it, but I'm not going to do that on this photo, or on this layout, which is totally fine with me. I'm just going to put the title fun because it matches so perfectly with the collection, because it is part of the collection, and I love that. You can sometimes tell, well, at least in my layouts, when like a title isn't with that collection, not necessarily that, but it's just sometimes it's out of place if it's like different shade of pink or whatever, and it's a little out of place. So now I'm just taking some enamel dots and putting them around the page throughout the different clusters. There are lots of little different clusters going on, so I make sure that they all look full and they're not just like a random like ticket sitting there and a random little sun. I'm trying to like make them look complete. And then I'm going to come in with some Heidi Swapp Color Shine in, I think, a blue color or maybe pink blue. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what the name of this one is, but it's some kind of blue. And it's really pretty. It matches pretty well with the collection. It's like a teal color. And just going to take a cloth and just dab a little bit of it up. Not a lot, though. Just going to clean it up a little bit. So there's a lot of white space in this, but I'm fine with that. I think that looks good. And I love all the bright colors in this collection. I think this layout turned out really fun, and it was my first time doing following a sketch. So I thought that was pretty cool how it all turned out. So let me know what you think, and if you follow sketches and if that helps you. I found that it really helped me, and I just did my style, but followed along with the sketch. I think it can really work for anyone. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.